So, hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I am going to explain to you fighter movie, casting. Hrithik Roshan, Deepika Padukone, Anil Kapoor, Karan Singh Grover, and many other talented actors. This is the first big-budget movie of 2024. Before starting the explanation, let me tell you that this fighter movie is based on the real-life incidents that took place during the Pulwama attack that happened in the year 2019. And in this movie, it is shown how the Indian Air Force defeated the enemy and how they conquered them. So without further delay, let's dive into the story. So this movie begins by showing India's neighboring country, Pakistan, where we see that there is a terrorist organization named Jaish-e-Mohammed. And the few members of this organization are planning a very big terror attack against India. Their plan is to harm India and kill Indian soldiers by carrying out a terrorist attack. And here we also see that the leader of that organization is carrying out this plan of destroying India with a very dangerous man, whose name is Azhar Akhtar. After this, the scene shifts to Kashmir in India, and here we are shown an Air Force base in Srinagar which belongs to the Indian Air Force. And then this is where we are introduced to the actors of our movie. And at last, we are also introduced to the main actor of the movie, Hrithik Roshan, whose name in the movie is Shamsher Pathania. In short, he was called Paddy. Deepika Padukone's name is Minal, and her nickname is Minnie. Anil Kapoor's name is Rakesh Jai Singh, and his nickname was Rocky. And Karan Singh Grover's name was Sartaj Gill, in short was. Similarly, there were many other Air Force officers, and everybody had some unique nicknames. After this, there is a briefing of all of them, and they are all gathered at one place. And here we come to know that Hrithik Roshan and his friends' ranking was of squadron leaders, and Anil Kapoor, that is Rakesh Jai Singh, is the commanding officer of all of them. Then Anil Kapoor tells his team members that all of them are the best Air Force pilots of India, and that is why a team has been formed by picking them all together and have called them all to the Air Force base of Srinagar. And all this has been done because Indian intelligence has received the information that Pakistan is planning a big terror attack on Kashmir. And Pakistani military, their intelligence, ISI, and terrorists operating from Pakistan will also be involved in this terror attack. That is why, if ever in the future Pakistan attacks India, then to defend India and counterattack Pakistan, they have made all these preparations. Then further, we see that everyone is doing their training, and here we are also shown that Paddy is an excellent pilot. In fact, he is the best fighter pilot in India. But still, Anil Kapoor did not like Paddy because he considered him responsible for a very big mistake. Now, what was the mistake due to which he did not like Paddy will be disclosed later in the movie. In the next scene, we see that Azhar Akhtar asks Majid Khan to enter Jammu and Kashmir with 100 kilos of RDX with him. Majid Khan was the chief of the Pakistani terrorist group, Jaish-e-Mohammed. But when he comes deep into Kashmir, the Indian army catches him. Actually, Indian army had already gotten information about this. But even after Majid Khan was caught, Azhar Akhtar was not at all tensed, because Majid Khan getting caught was also part of his plan. Now everyone was very happy because they thought that they had successfully stopped a terror attack of Pakistan, but still, by any chance, if Pakistan again attacks on India, then to protect India, many soldiers of the CRPF regiment were posted here in Srinagar. But when the CRPF's soldiers were coming to Srinagar via bus, we see that Azhar Akhtar with another terrorist was sitting in a car at a short distance from those buses, and now that terrorist says that he is ready to execute his plan. And he asks Azhar Akhtar to get out of the car. Then, in the very next moment, we see that the terrorist puts his car between those buses, and as his car was fully filled with approximately 300 kilos of RDX, so a huge explosion occurs, due to which many Indian soldiers die on the spot, and many are seriously injured. Actually, Azhar Akhtar's plan was that when the Indian army caught Majid Khan with 100 kilos of RDX, they would call more soldiers for higher protection. And he also knew that those soldiers would come by bus itself, and when they come by road, then it would be easiest to attack them. And unfortunately, his plan worked. Then, when Paddy and his team get to know about this terrifying incident, they all get very angry. And then a meeting is called in which Rocky calls a raw agent who was wearing a burqa, because he cannot reveal his identity, and he has brought intelligence for them. Then the agent begins to tell that Azhar Akhtar is the main mastermind of this entire bomb attack, and Majid Khan being caught with 100 kilos of RDX was also part of his plan. And he also says that Azhar Akhtar is operating from Pakistan because he has full support of the Pakistani government. And even before this attack, he has also done some minor attacks, but till date, he has never been caught. Now everyone, including high-ranking officials, were angry by this shameful act of Pakistan, so it was decided that India will take revenge of its martyred soldiers. Then Commanding Officer Rocky sends Paddy to Delhi to attend a meeting for further planning of an attack. In the meeting, Paddy says that according to our reports, all the terrorists of Jaish-e-Mohammed are hidden in the Balkot area of Pakistan, and most of their weapons, RDX, are also stored there, and even Azhar Akhtar is also at that base camp itself. So now it is decided that the Indian Air Force will do an airstrike on that base camp of Jaish-e-Mohammed, and this mission was named Mission Bandar. After all this was decided, Paddy returned to Srinagar, and then, as per the plan, Paddy and his team members went to attack Pakistan in their fighter jets, and they successfully destroyed their camp. And because of this attack, hundreds of terrorists were also killed. But even after such a big attack, Azhar Akhtar survives, so he quickly informs the Pakistan Air Force and says that Indian jets would not have crossed Pakistan yet, so he asks to attack their jets quickly. After hearing this, the Pakistan Air Force immediately gets active and starts chasing the Indian fighter jets. Although many Indian jets have successfully reached the Indian border, 2 jets were left behind, and they were in the target of Pakistani air jets. And then the best fighter pilot of Pakistan, whose name is Rednose, locks the target on one of the Indian jets, which was Taj's. But when he was about to fire on Taj's jet, Paddy, showing his intelligence, came from behind and locked the Rednose's jet. And he warns Rednose that if he fires at his friend Taj, then he will fire at him and kill him. Now left with no other option left, Rednose unlocks Taj's jet and runs away from there. After this, Paddy and his friend Taj come safely to India, and in this way, the airstrike mission on Balkot was successful, and everyone is very happy. But then, after 2 days, we see that all the aircrafts of the Pakistan Air Force are flying towards the Indian borders, and they are targeting all the air bases in Jammu and Kashmir and starting to destroy them. Seeing this, Indian intelligence quickly sent this message to the Srinagar base. After which, Paddy, Taj, Minnie, and the rest of the soldiers go to tackle Pakistani aircraft. But as the Indian aircraft approach the Pakistani aircraft, their aircraft start going back to Pakistan. Seeing this, even the Indian pilots did not understand why the Pakistani pilots were running away so quickly, and if they had to run away, then why they attacked. That's why now Indian pilots chase Pakistani aircrafts, but Pakistan's aircraft enter their border. But Indian soldiers were not allowed to cross the border of Pakistan. That's why everyone stops there. But here we see that Paddy was not at all happy with the attack, so he comes near the border and asks for permission to cross the border. But his voice does not reach his seniors because the Pakistanis have put signal jammers near the border. After this, Taj comes to Paddy and asks him to fall back to India, but Paddy flatly refuses to Taj and says that if he wants to join him, then he can come with him, or else he can go back to India. Now Taj could not leave his friend alone, so Taj also started chasing those Pakistani along with Paddy. Now, as soon as they enter Pakistan, their direction changes, and then it turns out that actually this was a trick of Pakistan Air Force pilot Rednose. He just wanted to take Indian aircraft into the border of Pakistan, because he had already laid a trap there. Many fighter jets were already kept prepared there to attack on them, and it happens the same. But Paddy anyhow manages to escape from their trap and come back to India. But a missile hits Taj's aircraft, due to which their jet starts falling. So Taj and his friend Bash make an emergency exit from the jet and land in Pakistan. And the Pakistan army catches them as soon as they land there. When Paddy returns to Srinagar, escaping from their trap, the commanding officer Rocky scolds Paddy a lot. And he tells him that when he was not given orders to enter Pakistan, then why did he enter Pakistan? And along with him, why did he also take Taj with him? Today again. Because of his mistake, Indian soldiers Taj and Bash were in danger. Paddy wanted to say something, defending himself, but he was very sad because of his friend Taj's condition, so he kept quiet. Then Rocky conducts an inquiry on Paddy, and after the inquiry it was decided that Paddy is not worthy of being part of this team. and hence he was transferred to Air Force training in Hyderabad. After being transferred, Paddy starts training the young soldiers. But here we see that Paddy is deeply saddened by his friend's condition, and he is just hoping that both his friends will be safe in Pakistan. After staying in Hyderabad for a short time, Paddy decides that he will leave the Air Force because whatever happened with Taj, he considered himself responsible for all of that, and he was not able to forgive himself for this mistake. Because of this, Paddy goes to his senior and says that he has to leave the Air Force, but that senior tells Paddy that he should not take this decision so quickly. That's why he grants leave for Paddy and asks him to go home. Then think about it with a cool mind, and only then take this decision. Even Paddy does the same. He goes to his home in Jammu. Then, after a few days, he hears the news that the Indian soldiers who were captured by Pakistan are still alive, and they will be released soon, because India was continuously pressuring to release their soldiers. Hearing all this, he was very happy, so he directly goes to the base camp of Srinagar and meets his friends and tells them about this good news, that Taj and Bash are coming back. Everyone was very happy, and then, after a while, a helicopter arrived, in which Taj and Bash were supposed to be brought. But they see that a dead body on a stretcher was brought out of the helicopter. That body was of Bash. He was brutally tortured and was killed by terrorists. Due to this action of Pakistan, the entire Indian Air Force was very angry. Hence, it was decided that India would give a befitting reply to Pakistan. That is why the Indian Army begins all their preparations for war. Now the scene shifts to Pakistan, where we see that Taj is still alive, and Azhar Akhtar comes to him and reveals that a raw agent who is in the Indian Air Force is actually working for him, and not for India. And that agent used to tell him each and every detail about what the Indian Air Force was planning to do. And Azhar Akhtar now gets intelligence from that raw agent that the Indian Air Force is planning to attack them tonight, so he asks them to be alert. On the other hand, in India, we see that all the soldiers were ready to attack Pakistan during the day. Actually, that agent had given Azhar Akhtar the wrong information that India would attack them during the night, but the actual plan was to surprise them by attacking during the day. Actually, that agent was a double agent who worked for both India and Pakistan, but he was loyal to India. Next, we see that all the pilots get ready and go to attack Pakistan, and then they attack Azhar Akhtar's base, but Paddy was not allowed to join this mission. And along with airstrike, we also see that many land troops and 2 helicopters were also deployed, so that they could go and save Taj and return back to India by those same helicopters. And everything goes as per plan. They save Taj and put him in one of those 2 helicopters. But when the second helicopter was about to take off, Azhar Akhtar launched a missile on that helicopter and destroyed it, due to which many soldiers died, due to which those terrorists started overpowering Indian soldiers. And unfortunately, even Pakistan Air Force gets to know about this, so they attack on Indian aircraft. Now, when Paddy gets to know about this critical situation, he, without asking permission from his seniors, goes and sits in his fighter jet and says to his seniors that his friends need his help, so kindly allow him to fly the jet, but his senior flatly refuses to do so. But here, Commanding Officer Rocky requests to those officials to let him go, and even Rocky himself will join Paddy and save their soldiers. Then we see that both of them leave for Pakistan to help their soldiers. But as soon as both of them enter Pakistan, 2 fighter jets attack them. But here Paddy shows his intelligence and destroys 1 fighter jet by the missile that was launched by Pakistan itself. And then the pilot of that second jet was Red Nose, who is the best fighter pilot in Pakistan. But again, Paddy, using his skills, crashes his jet with the jet of Red Nose and kills him. And before the crash, Paddy and Rocky get out of their jet by doing an emergency exit. Now they directly reach out to their soldiers to help them, and after reaching here, Paddy starts beating Azhar Akhtar, and he kills him by locking him in a car and exploding that car. Even Indian troops, after getting back up, killed every single terrorist who was present there. Now, after killing all the terrorists, the soldiers return to their country, India. And then, here, Rocky apologizes to Paddy. Basically, it is revealed that Rocky had a sister, whose name was Naina Jai Singh, and she was also an Air Force pilot. 3 years ago, she joined Paddy's team. She was also Paddy's fiancée, which means that Paddy and Naina were going to get married. But then, they were sent on a mission, where they successfully completed their mission, but Naina was martyred there. Since Paddy was leading that mission, Rocky had been believing that Naina died due to Paddy's mistake. That's why he never considered Paddy capable of leading a mission. But today, after seeing Paddy's strategies and bravery, Rocky realizes that Paddy did not do anything wrong that day, and whatever happened to his sister was an accident. That's why now Rocky asks to forgive him for being rude to him, and even Paddy forgives him. Then they both hug, and with this scene, the fighter movie ends here. So guys, we have successfully completed the explanation of Fighter Movie. If you liked the explanation, then kindly show some response. Thank you.